Hi everybody, it's Mary. Welcome back to our channel. Okay, you know what? I forgot to mention, quick shout out to these brushes. When I did the new Wet n Wild stuff, I forgot to mention that obviously the brushes are new and I'm going to try and use as many of these as possible today. These, though, were the ones that came from Walgreens. They have the silver handle and they came in a set. They don't have them anymore. The ones on the website are rose gold. They sell those individually, and some of them I think are actually really worth just purchasing those and using. What I have now is all the new stuff from Wet n Wild and some older things that I got from Wet n Wild that I just like. And I'm going to do a face. So they have another primer from the Photo Focus line. This one is, if you can read that, I can't. It's a big blurry blob, but I think it says dewy. Okay, so let me tell you something though. I love dewy primers, and a lot of my primers are. Now you can see that I have a luminosity to my skin, and if you put a foundation over this, of course it's gonna come through that and you're gonna glow. So we're gonna put this on here, and I don't think it needs any help glowing. I think it does a pretty good job of glowing on its own. So I don't know, maybe you should just use the regular Wet n Wild foundation with it. It's almost out. That's one thing I don't like about cushion foundations. There's just not very much in it. I don't know, guys, we might not have enough in here. I might have to take the cushion itself out and wipe it on my face. I just stipple it, okay? I just stipple it on my face with this brush. It's a very, very sheer foundation. I mean, it's sheer. If I'm telling you it's sheer, girl, it's sheer. But you can build it up by just keep going back in, keep going back in. Oh my gosh, this is not good. Fortunately, I took HD pictures because you'll be like, Mary, that looks really good. No, you're not, okay? But if you don't set this, and I don't have a Wet n Wild powder because powder isn't something I do hardly at all. If you put this on and you don't set this with a powder, 2 hours later, you can still take your finger and go like that and just lift it right off your face. So I'm going to roll this. I'm going to push this in. This is how I have to wear this foundation, and it will still later look terrible. So I just took away every bit of luminosity that primer gave me. And you guys know I like to be luminous, so never to fear, because I'm going to take this Primer Mist by Hard Candy. Woo! While the setting spray is setting, I'm going to come into Brulee and set my eyeballies with this. So now we're going to take their little bronzing highlighting stick duo and kind of whoop, put a little bit of color on this face. And I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush to take care of this. This is the Color Icon blush called Rose Champagne. So it's kind of not rose. This is their gel lip liner and it's called Bear to Comment. Okay, so it just glides. These lip liners just glide right on. This is a liquid catsuit. This is one of the things I'm most excited about, is these liquid catsuits, both for the eyes and the mouth. So this one here is for the mouth. It's called Ride My Copper. If you put on just one coat, then I think it looks really pretty. If you put another coat on top of that, it gets more metallic-y. And I don't know. I'm not that much for the metallic mouth. So one coat of this does me good. I think it looks really pretty. And I think it goes really pretty with that lip liner. Next, I'm gonna do my brows with the brow pencil, and I'm gonna tell you, this is right up there with the cat suits for me. I love this pencil. I will most likely buy more of these instead of buying the Benefit one. This is a really good shade for me, and I like the way it behaves. And I'm just gonna do one because, I want you to understand how this slant, why I like it so much. So the slant on this pencil lets me come right here at the front of my brow and just drag. And it's a good width for me, see? Then I can flip it, turn it around like this so that I'm drawing on the angle and come up here and hit the arch and then down. Then I can flip it sideways again and come through. Done! It sets in there and stays all day. I like everything about this brow pencil. All right, let's do the fun stuff, okay? So this one here is called Not a Basic Peach. And I really like it. Now, I gave you guys a choice of two eyes, a coppery one and the one with the blue. And gosh, at the last count, it was tied up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the blue eye, okay? Then, because what's the point in having this beautiful cat suit for your eye in this copper if I'm not going to use it? So the copper eye kind of makes sense too. I'm going to do the blue eye. Then I'm gonna change it with this. Then I'm gonna go wash all this off my face and put on my real makeup. All right then, let's get a shader brush and I'm going to come into the blue. What I wanna say about this blue is, don't be scared of it, okay? It's not a blue that when you put it on you go, oh, you're wearing blue. It's a pretty blue. I think they kind of actually did this right. It's muted, but you can build it up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take that and come right here. Now you'll see what I'm talking about. Are you scared of that? That is not, I'm not gonna say it's not pigmented, it's more muted. Okay, so I go back in a second time and put some more on top of that, and I'm building. See, I'm gonna get my brush wet. I'm gonna take and grab some on here. I'm gonna use this hard candy and get it wet and pack it on my lid. I feel comfortable saying that even built up to its full intensity, I don't think you should be scared of this blue. I'm coming right up to my crease with it. That is as vibrant as it's gonna get. Let's come into this transition shade right here and come blend out the top of that. I'm just basically coming on top of where I left off with the blue and coming up underneath my brow. It's gonna transition the next shade. What I'm gonna do is come into this light peach color because why would you be in this palette and not be using some peach? Okay, because it's not your basic peach. All right, now I'm gonna come right on top of my crease with this light peach color. Okay, so now we got that tan right here and the lighter peach coming in here and our lid is blue. And what do you think I'm gonna do with that crease? I'll tell you. I'm gonna come in here with that dark orangey transition in my crease. So pop your head back and go into the crease. And I really I want something smaller. Let's do this brush. So let's try that again. Whoop, bang that off. Now I'm gonna draw that right in my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to take their fluffy blending brush and I'm going to very lightly come in here, and I mean lightly, because something I found here is these blend away pretty easily. I'm going to take an angle brush now and come back into the blue. And I'm going to underline my eyes with it. I'm going to take this brush here. This is their brush that's like a tiny, teeny, weeny little kabuki. And I'm going to take this one here and come into this dark brown. Put it right here. And I'm just stamping that down on the outside of my eye, and then bring in. Let's take the blender, and I'm just moving it in. Tap, 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 right there on the outside. It makes a circle that you can twist and pull in. Take your blender and blend it toward the middle. And don't be afraid to bring your fingers in, okay? You can do that, you know. Fingers are wonderful tools. You can just bring your fingers in and smudge anything you want together. Let's get that eyeliner, this awesome eyeliner that I really like that doesn't sharpen very well. This is why you got to use your cosmetics for a little bit, guys, because initially you can say, wow, that's really great, but you don't know because you didn't use it enough to know that when you sharpen it, it starts crumbling off. So I had a little bit of problems there, but it's so creamy, it's just going to go right in here. Next, I have these two mascaras. So this is that skinny one I was telling you about, and I like to use it on my lower lashes and as a primer for this one. This is their new one. Okay, this one has been around for a little bit. Look at this. It's got the skinniest little wand on it, and I've been using it for a couple of weeks. I just feel like these less expensive mascaras, you know, they're good for a pinch. You know, you left town, you forgot your mascara, run to the drugstore and pick this up, it'll work. But I find they don't last as long. Either the product gets all used up or they get dried up faster. Okay, so that's this eye look. Okay, so I've got one product left. That's this liquid eyeshadow catsuit. It's this color. Oh my gosh. And I showed you guys on my Instagram, and I said, guess which one is not Stila. So I like put several Stilas on there, and then that right in the middle of it. And no, they're as good. So this is, to me, is just as good as Starlight. You would not know that on your lids, that it wasn't the exact same color. And you might be saying, oh, but you know, they don't have one that's lighter. I want it to look like kitten, right? Okay, well, just take this shells and whistles, okay, and get you your little highlighter. You can use Becca's Pearl Or you can use this mineralized pearl from e.l.f. It's like $6. Okay. So watch this. All right, there it is, like by itself, looking all starlighty. All right, let's put it over here. There it is, looking all starlighty again. No. Okay, let's wait till this dries down. And then I'm gonna take this, all right, and I'm gonna put it, not dry down, but you know, just let it sit there a second. Now I'm gonna take this white highlighter, probably any one you have will do, but this one's e.l.f. It works with the Becca one too, I did it, and just pat it on top of that. Kitten! Steal a kitten, move over. Right? Okay, anyway, some people wanted to see this in action, and we can't see that in action if I don't actually use it. We are gonna have to be very careful though, because we already have mascara on. Here we go, right on top of this blue. Be careful coming up around your crease, okay? Because this is wet. When you bring your eyes up, it's going to transfer into the crease. So you kind of want to be doing things, you know, where you're looking down or whatever until this dries. But it might transfer up into your crease, not a problem. Just get your crease color and go back over the top of it when you're done. I'm gonna go over it again. Let's do the other eye because we look silly. Now I really want to enhance the blue underneath my eyes. So I'm going to come in here stronger because the blue on top is gone. Okay, let's go back into that dark brown. Touch it up here on the outer corner. Let's go back in with our crease color on the top, which was this transition shade. And I'm just going to, right there at the very edge where that got into my crease, I'm going to go over it. And there we go. See how easily I changed that? Pretend I did my hair, okay? Because I'm not really going out with this foundation on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a snob, but it just does not look good. I will show you a picture of what this looks like in HD. So this is one day, you know, while I'm trying to figure out what kind of eye look I want to do with this palette, and right after I've done my makeup. Now this is not acceptable. I will not wear foundations that make my under eyes or my chin or anything look like this. This is disgraceful. And it's worse. 2 hours later, this is what we're looking at. Polka dot face. Every pore I have, it's patchy. It's not good. Not good at all. Wrinkles I don't even know are there. It's coming off everywhere. It's no. I want to thank you guys for being part of the Fritzy family. If you're not part of the Fritzy family, well then just hit the subscribe button below. I can't remember what side it's on. Down there somewhere. And if you're not having a blessed day, then please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
I got Ziploc bags of makeup piling around the room, and I don't know if you just saw it, but I nicked my eye with this corner. Raise your hand if you still walk into doors and walls. Now, I'm not talking about the flat surface either. I'm talking about the part, like the side of it, that you shut the door, that part like it's open, and you just walk right into it. Bam! Yeah, that's me. 55, walking into doors. That could be a TV show. 55, walking into doors. It's as good as Jerry Seinfeld's comedians in cars drinking coffee or something, right? Now, inside here, see, you're blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a cushion, you know, it's got makeup inside. That didn't even rhyme. What are you doing over there? Oh, look, isn't it cute? But if you take a pair of pliers and you get pliers, no, well, I get, maybe you could. Maybe you not use pliers. How about you use Those things that you pull your eyebrows out with. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? What are they called? It opens like most... Oh no! It came out! I broke it! What? You do the darndest things. Seriously, how did you do that? Oh, gosh! It's a good thing this stuff doesn't spill out of there. You'd have it everywhere. What is with you? Nose running in it. Oh no! That had Windex on it. Yeah, you cleaned the mirror with that. Hot, 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 hot. Woo! Go right back in, idiot. Burn your tongue off. Who cares, right? And yet, you never learned. The next time I go in, it's not going to be so bad. We're going to set this. Oh no, we're not going to set it like that. We need to roll, baby. Roll with it, baby. Row, row, row your boat. I lost an oar. Right? And put some of the lube. Oh, that doesn't taste anything like coconut. It says it's got coconut and electrolytes in here, and it doesn't taste like electrolytes or coconut. Stain your white brushes blue. Don't it make my white bristles blue? But it's tapered. Rubber baby bunker, rubber baby bumper, rubber baby bunker, rubber baby bunker. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, you see what I mean? Bow chicka bow bow. No? Something about a brown cow? Ignore this. Pretend I have hair. Well, I do have hair. Farewell. I won't miss you at all.